Panda Noko and Starry Noko are the rarest yokai in existence. They're only available by using Street Pass and getting incredibly lucky. This is nigh impossible for anybody to do without multiple DSs, as not very many people carry it on them, especially not in 2023. Street Pass is a feature of the Nintendo 3DS, where it detects all other 3DSs that you're near to, and rewards you with in-game stuff. In Yokai Watch, there's a quest to getting a yokai in Wayfarer Manor. In Wayfarer Manor, there are 9 normal rooms and a VIP room. Panda Noko and Starry Noko can spawn in the VIP room, very, very rarely. If I remember correctly, it's a coin flip that decides which one spawns, if one spawns at all. This is why I got mine traded. I only have one 3DS and not much patience. So after all the trouble you go through to obtain these 2 goobers, you'd expect them to be great and competitive, right? Well, let's see. Panda Noko actually has pretty mediocre stats. Low defense, under 100 in both attacking stats, and around 260 HP. His speed is pretty good though, hitting around 150. His skill is absolutely worthless and competitive, as it doesn't affect Wisp spawn rates in official battles. His moveset is actually decent, save for the weird healing ultimate and spirit. He's got the potential to be a mixed attacker, since his offenses are similar and his attacking moves the same base power. But overall, Panda Noko is actually pretty terrible. Well, there is one redeeming quality. He does have 2 slots, which immediately buffs up pretty much every yokai in the game that has it. This actually allows him to be a decent mixed attacker. You can't stack Nocturne Souls, but you can have a Nocturne Soul plus a Stealth Soul, or a Charge Soul for quick healing, or whatever else your team needs. Good A rankers are hard to get for Nocturne teams, so Panda Noko can definitely work here. I still think Wrongneck and Grummy Mummy are better users of Nocturne Souls, but the extra utility with 2 slots on Panda Noko makes him just on the fringe of usability. So Panda Noko is pretty bad most of the time and barely usable on Nocturne teams. But what about Starry Noko? Starry Noko is also terrible. You wouldn't think it looking at the stats though. Above average offenses and amazing speed. You might even think this Noko is good until you see their defensive stats. 14 HP and 26 defense. They have the worst HP in the game by a long shot, beating Krumami and Ultrafiddle's HP by about 50 less points. They also have the second lowest defense in the game, only being beaten out by the Phoenix, who has one of the highest HP stats in the game to balance it out. So, how does Starry Noko balance their horrific defenses out like Phoenix? Well, they don't, but they try. The moveset is absolutely actually okay. The all-up is never something to complain about, and a 112 attack is pretty nice on top of a good strength stat. The Paradise is kind of a waste though, and the Soultimate is completely useless. Auto Purifies are terrible as we all know, and the heal is, to my knowledge, the weakest healing Soultimate in the game, coming at just 45 power. Well, maybe the skill justifies it? Nope, it's just another evasion skill that never works when you need it to, even with a null soul. So how can we make Starry Noko good? It's for the same reason as Panda Noko, except Starry actually fits the role amazingly well. It has very high strength and spirit, better than even Noko Infinite, and a great speed stat. He's B rank, so he can fit on teams as easily as Wrongneck and Kumri Mummy, and can arguably make the better use of the Nocturne Soul than Wrongneck thanks to his better offensive stats. You just have to make sure he stays protected at all times, because he dies if you breathe near him. Kumri Mummy does have better offensive stats and 2 item slots, so he outclasses both of these Nokos and Nocturne teams, but Starry Noko has a much stronger attack and over double Mummy's speed. I will definitely be using him in Nocturne teams going forward if I feel like using something a bit different. So let's review. Panda Noko may be one of the most disappointing yokai ever, considering his rarity. If his stats were good, he might be useful, but as it stands now, he's totally unviable. Starry Noko, on the other hand, is a great yokai to use on Nocturne teams due to their great offensive stats and blistering speed, as well as a strong physical move to back it up. What do you think of these yokai? Personally, I love both of them. Panda's design is very fun, and Starry Noko is a blast to use in comp. Unfortunately, I can't show you any footage of battles with him, but just know that if you ever get him permatraded somehow, he'll do you good in this one specific archetype. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.